politics, economics and connectivity, in search of the South Asian Union is book, authored by Dr. Srimal Fernando. Dr. Srimal develops a powerful framework for the analysis of regional integration in South Asia that informs the policy-making apparatus of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. The award-winning author Dr. Srimal Fernando is a recipient of the prestigious Jindal Doctoral Fellowship. He was also the South Asian University Scholarship recipient. An in-depth knowledge of South Asia's history, politics and its people across all classes of society has been an innate motivator for the author in penning down his findings. The South Asian region has, over the years, undergone several stages of transition. The region today accounts for almost one-fourth of the world's population. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation was formed in the 1980s to assist in the promotion of peace and stability and to foster cooperation in the economic sector as well as other areas of regional interest. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SARC, as a regional organization established in 1985, has a key role to play in the socio-economic development of this region. However, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SARC, as a regional organization, has been struggling to make a substantial impact since its inception in 1985. Despite some encouraging developments in the past 3 decades, it has lagged behind its counterparts like the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, the European Union and Asia-Pacific Regional Organization. The 8 nations of South Asia were highly dependent on trade and economics. Regional cooperation among the member states, therefore, requires a common economic commitment via diplomatic channels. The recommendations made in this book will lead to the uniform development in all the sectors as a prerequisite for sustained economic progress, although challenges related with globalization and operational environment for regionalization in South Asia need to be analyzed and understood. This book spans across 7 chapters, with an introduction in Chapter 1 that lays out the background. Chapter 2 examines the theoretical and institutional framework that exists around regional integration in South Asia and also looks at some of the global experiences in regional integration along with their strengths and weaknesses. Within this context, Chapter 3 attempts to then analyze the effectiveness of the SARC by examining the evolution of the structure and processes of the SARC against the factors that are known to determine the effectiveness of such an organization. This chapter draws heavily upon the secondary data sources. Chapter 4 delves into the political economy of integration in a region that has shaped the economic policies of South Asian nations and examines more closely the role played by India in the development of the region in this context as an economic heavyweight. The 5th chapter explores the scope of economic integration in South Asia and the implications of the South Asian Free Trade Agreement, SAFTA, on intra-regional trade along with its prospects, challenges and potential contribution in spurring the region's economic growth. Chapter 6 examines the importance of transport and connectivity in South Asia and how cooperation among nations in developing the regional infrastructure can promote the prosperity and improve inter-regional and intra-regional trade. The last chapter provides an overview and conclusions of the study as well as recommendations for enhancing the effectiveness of the SARC. It also suggests areas of further study in the last chapter. Indian Ocean Rim Association, IORA, Secretary General, Ambassador Dr. Nomvuyo Nokwe mentions in her foreword. Though the book is largely related with South Asian region, yet the lessons learned and the best practices for running the organization are very much relevant for other regional organizations in the Indian Ocean region. The book is highly useful as a resource material for the readers, scholars and practitioners of regional diplomacy as it may enhance their process of learning related with regional cooperation in their specific context. The recommendations made in the book will lead to the uniform development in all the sectors as a prerequisite for sustained economic progress, although challenges related with globalization and operational environment for regionalisation in South Asia need to be analysed and understood. Legal and Economic Diplomacy Specialist Advocate Ajay Shukla states, Dr. Fernando as a creative writer began drawing attention to the ideas of regional integration that provides a comprehensible framework to understand the growing significance of SAARC organization in his latest edition. Authored by Dr. Srimal Fernando, it provides an excellent example of how policymakers can collaborate on South Asian regional integration. From New York, Malam Osman, founder and artistic director of the Peace Caravan Project stated, knowing Dr. Srimal Fernando for many years, I continue to be impressed by his love for his country, his intimate knowledge of the South Asian region and his passion for peace, politics, economics and connectivity. In Search of South Asian Union offers his unique understanding of the diverse people, their history and the strategic political and economic importance of the South Asian nations. In addition, this book gives insights into the regional partnerships that are essential to growth, stability and prosperity in this era of globalization. Kurt Umbana, the founding member of the Diplomatic Society of South Africa, mentions, Dr. Srimal Fernando encapsulates succinctly the multiplier value of a South Asian Union in this work. He delves into the rich and dynamic past of a region which is often referred to as a subcontinent due to the magnitude of its size. Its ancient recorded history began several thousand years ago and has been the cradle of millennia-old civilizations whose impact and influence still resonate today. This book is a timely reminder of how 2020 has unfolded in the world. The focus areas of this book have salient features